So here she is, the Lagoon 52F from 2020. You take your board. So up the transom, quick view over the aft deck. The boat's prepared for hurricane season right now, so the sails are down and one of them's in the cockpit and the rest are down below. Got your dinghy there and your deck. Moving across the cockpit to the other side of the cockpit to the port side, we have another cabin, again with a spaceship type entry hatch. And this one is very similar to the other one, but just the bed's offset in a different way. And this time, I think you have an even squarer, full-sized, queen-sized bed. Just back up a bit to give you a feel for the space there, which is excellent. Again, with your own ensuite bathroom, with head, sink, and in this case you have a completely separate shower with its own glass or maybe flexi shower door, so a little bit more luxurious than the starboard cabin. And on the starboard, on the inboard side of this cabin, and I'm sure we have similar storage on the other one as well. Plenty of storage there, full-size hanging closet and a drawer below. And then we're back out to the cockpit. So here we are in the cockpit. Before going into the salon, we'll just have a look at the features that we have here. You have another sink right here. You have another fridge under here for day drinks, which is great. And I think you have another, yeah, you have an ice maker on this side, I believe. Yep. And then maybe more storage up here, yeah. So another cleaning area. And then just looking back around the cockpit. This is from the front of the cockpit looking aft. Get a pretty perspective for what's going on. Okay, moving into the salon now. A large, spacious salon with the galley off to the port side there, with a full-sized domestic fridge there. Lots of draining surfaces, good-sized sink, good-sized stove, and oven below it. Apologies for the sails being in the way. It is that time of the season when the boats are decommissioned for a month or two. And moving across the salon, we have a navigator's desk and associated electronics in the center of the boat, forward end of the salon, with inside steering, with inside throttle controls as well. And I'm not sure about inside steering, but maybe not. Two good sized windows there for ventilation when you don't have the air on. Good sized chart plotter. And then moving across to the starboard side of the salon, we have a good sized dining area. Big table, looking in pretty good shape. Yeah, lots of seating, lots of storage space on the shelving around the boat, lots of light, nice airy feeling. Okay, moving from the port aft cabin that is accessible from the salon, we move to the port forward cabin accessible from the salon, which is that much more luxurious. It has a center queen bed there with storage below the bed, nice shelf surfaces all around, storage below the shelves, a hanging closet, and generally a feeling of nice space throughout the whole cabin. Easy to get on and off the bed. You can get on from either side, no problem. And then its own ensuite bathroom and head unit with the toilet there on the port side, sink to starboard, and then a very nice, good sized contained shower unit with plexi door, and that blacked out hatch there is just access to one of the crew cabins forward. Back up into the salon now, going past the navigator's desk, past the dining area and the stored gear, and now we're going down the starboard corridor into the starboard hull. Aft we have a really good sized, almost king size bed here, a rectangular bed with again storage I think above, and definitely plenty of storage behind the door, upper and lower lockers there, and then some more shelf storage up here, and then of course again a head unit with a separate shower area with a plexiglass door to close that off, sink and shower there, forward to forward on this one, and then toilet and head aft. Okay, we're moving down the port hull corridor, going down into the port hull, where in addition to having the cabin that was on the port side of the cockpit that we had a look at moments ago, we now are inside the main part of the boat, and this gives us down the port steps access to two cabins. One is a bunk cabin here with two single bunks. See that? And then again, there is some storage in the form, I think, of a hanging closet. Yeah, and probably can't get that one open right now, but probably drawers there. And then behind us, we have a good sized shower head unit, nice sink. We have basically a dry shower area, and that we have this plexiglass door that pulls across to make this area your shower area. And then aft in the space is your toilet itself, your head itself. So all in all, you have a good sized cabin, a good sized head and shower area with its own separate shower area. Okay, moving out of the starboard aft cabin, we're now moving into the starboard forward cabin. Again, a very palatial cabin with a good sized queen, almost king size bed, easy access to either side of the bed, good lighting, nice easy steps either side all the way down to the floor. And then again, plenty of storage, got a hanging closet there, got lower level drawers and cupboards there, lots of shelf storage, not to mention amazing views out the window. So yeah, big spacious cabin, all good. Okay, moving out of the starboard aft cabin, we're now moving into the starboard forward cabin. Again, a very palatial cabin with a good sized queen, almost king size bed, easy access to either side of the bed, good lighting, nice easy steps either side all the way down to the floor. And then again, plenty of storage, got a hanging closet there, got lower level drawers and cupboards there, lots of shelf storage, not to mention amazing views out the window. So yeah, big spacious cabin, all good. And then the starboard forward cabin of course has its own ensuite head and shower unit. Again, same as the port forward cabin, separate shower unit forward, sink, and a unit to port and inboard, and the head to starboard. And then the starboard forward cabin of course has its own ensuite head and shower unit. Again, same as the port forward cabin, separate shower unit forward, sink, and a unit to port and inboard, and the head to starboard. And then the starboard forward cabin of course has its own ensuite head and shower unit. Again, same as the port forward cabin, separate shower unit forward, sink, and a unit to port and inboard, and the head to starboard. Okay, now we're going to have a look around the deck. It's the middle of the cockpit. We're going to go up the ports steps from the cockpit up towards firstly the side decks. So that's moving off. Having a look at the port transom. Step down for a minute. Of course your engine's purring away underneath there. There's your swim ladder. Moving on. port side deck. There's big hatches everywhere if you ever needed natural ventilation. And all the way forward until eventually we get to a crew cabin right up forward. Not the biggest space in the world, but sometimes it can be useful for an extra person in there. And then we have the foredeck, of course, with the safety nets on both sides, primary anchor in the middle, curling gear forward. Nice comfortable foredeck seating area with your windlass, your anchor windlass and chain forward of that. Nice footwell. Lots of good storage under there, under these seats for your fenders, your anchors, your secondary anchors and other gear. Yes, plenty of space for all that good stuff. And there's your starboard tramp, safety net I should say. And then you have another space here designed to be a head and a vanity unit for whoever might sleep up in that port bow cabin. So a nice feature. And then the starboard forward cabin, of course, has its own ensuite head and shower unit. Again, same as the port forward cabin, separate shower unit forward, sink, and a unit to port and inboard, and the head to starboard. Okay, moving aft now. We're going aft down the starboard side deck. Whilst we're here, we'll just have a quick look across the front of the cabin top there. All looks in pretty nice shape as far as I can tell. And now we've got the starboard side of the cabin top, starboard side deck. And we'll just have a quick look over the transom there. And then now we're padding across the aft side of the cockpit, hard bimini, and really the back of the flybridge cockpit. And then we're going up some nice easy steps to an extremely expansive cockpit with tremendous amount of space and storage and great looking cushioned areas everywhere. All the winch drums are neatly and very accessibly positioned forward in the cockpit, apart from the main sheet winch and the traveller winches are. They're all power winches. They've all got foot switches that control them, and yeah, it looks well equipped in that respect. The instruments are covered up to protect them from the sun during the slow season, but as you can see, he's got a good sized chart plotter there. He's going to have his engine electronics there, and these particularly nice throttle shifters that these boats come with. Over here, we've got the seats in the down position at the moment, so that they could be used like an outside bed, but there are longer legs as opposed to the shorter legs you see under there that you can put, and that can make it into a table once you take the cushions off, or you can keep the cushions on and you can make it a helm seat if the helm wants to sit centrally. But an interesting feature of this boat, some of you probably already know, is that this helm can be canted from port side to starboard just by stepping on that foot pedal. So now, let me show this, but now you can see that it's to starboard, and it would mean that you could sit on the starboard seat here and steer very comfortably with that, or just literally just put your foot on that foot pedal and then just bring it over. You can go all the way over to port if you want. Again, you could then sit out to the port side and have more of this kind of view than if you're sitting central behind the electronics. So yeah, nice cockpit, very big cockpit, canting wheel, lots and lots of seating area. Of course, normally it would have a bimini top above, so it would be sheltered from the sun. You get the traveller back there. You've got your main sheet and the traveller control lines there, and then you've got another power winch to control main sheet and traveller lines with your foot controls nearby, right there. So all in all, nice big boat. Appears to be in nice condition. Sitting here, ready for its next owner when that time comes. All right.